She's just better than everybody else.
I think he's really handsome.
Taylor, what's going on with these two?
Okay, you got engaged. Yes?
Was there a point you would have gotten married, do you think?
I wanted to, yeah.
And he looked miserable, heartbroken, and humiliated.
He's completely cut her off, and he doesn't want to deal with her now.
Robert and his girlfriend Christine was the most famous couple in the world. Their pictures were everywhere, and everyone were talking about how they looked like the perfect couple.
We were together for years. That was like my first,
Love.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was super in love with him.
He's a charming guy.
Yeah, he's the best.
He's really...
He's the best.
There's a lot of talk, of course. I know you guys don't like to talk about your relationship and the personal relationship and all that stuff. So, Taylor, what's going on with these two?
You're dating one of your co-stars. So that would be true.
Yes.
Okay, you got engaged. Yes?
They met for the first time while they were preparing to film their famous saga, Twilight.
The director was even nervous, put you together to see the chemistry. There was immediate chemistry between the two of you.
Yeah.
Because Kristen was, and he had a little bit of crush on Kristen, right? Still do a little bit, or?
Oh yeah, obviously. Kristen's the best actress of her generation, and that's why I wanted to do this movie. She's just better than everybody else. What's impressed you the most about him so far?
I think he's really handsome.
They had a very serious and stable relationship. Even Robert were thinking seriously of marrying her. There were rumors going around that Robert already bought her a wedding ring.
Was there a point you would have gotten married, do you think? Imagine.
I wanted to, yeah.
Proposed, you would have gotten married.
I don't know. Every relationship I've ever been in, I thought that was it.
A lot of people were obsessed about every detail that has to do with them, and that put a lot of pressure on them. Cameras and eyes were following them everywhere they go, and it was just too much for them to handle.
I hated it that details of my life were being turned into a commodity and peddled around the world. I didn't talk about my first relationships that went public because I wanted things that are mine to be mine.
I have this fear that people would assume that maybe I'm like an attention seeker, like somebody who's like trying to...
That pressure made her even afraid to leave her house, and she was scared of paparazzi all the time. Even though he noticed how she was getting far away from him, he realized that she's just going through a lot, and after a while, she will just adjust, and the relationship will become stronger and better. But sadly, he didn't know that their story would have a different ending.
The snapshots apparently show 22-year-old Kristen Stewart stepping out on her on- and off-screen beau, Robert Pattinson, with her Snow White and the Huntsman director, Rupert Sanders, a 41-year-old married father of two.
Rob and Kristen were having a long and intense conversation backstage, and he looked miserable, heartbroken, and humiliated.
He's completely cut her off, and he doesn't want to deal with her now.
Recent interview. But there's a thing I've never got, that is, why do people cheat?
She realized immediately that she committed a huge mistake, and she was hated by everyone. She tried to contact with Robert, but he just refused to talk with her, so she released a public apology.
In her official statement, Kristen stated, quote, "I am deeply sorry for the hurt and embarrassment I've caused to those close to me and everyone this has affected. This momentary indiscretion has jeopardized the most important thing in my life, the person I love and respect the most, Rob. I love him, I'm so sorry."
Robert didn't really respond to her apology, and he decided to just move on and forget about his love for her. He put all his focus and energy into his work and personal life.
Once you realize it just takes time to realize how to live when your life kind of seismically shifts. Like, it just takes a while to realize how to live it differently.
Just suddenly, all the pieces suddenly come together, and you have this amazing feeling of calm afterwards, which, your mind just totally clears. It's lovely.
Well, after a lot of speculation, it is official. Robert Pattinson has taken up the role of Batman.
The Batman has had an epic weekend at the worldwide box office and making nearly $250 million worldwide.
Aside from the huge success he was able to obtain, he also learned how to forget and move on. Even though she betrayed him publicly 10 years ago, but he decided to contact with her again. And right now, the couple, even though they're not back together, but they're still friends.
Stuff happens, you know, it's just young people, it's normal, and honestly, who gives a...
Rob is Batman, what do you think?
I am so happy for him, it's crazy. I'm very, very happy about that. Yeah, it's awesome.
Thanks for watching, and please follow us for more stories.